the Giants' rushing defense is not very good. They allow 121 per game.
Yeah.
That sets up perfectly for another big Adrian Peterson day. I would expect him to have another, 20, 23 carry game in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems like, I pointed this out, I think, on my show last night, with Grant and Danny earlier yesterday, and I'm guessing you guys would agree that Adrian Peterson, the knock against him was, A, ability to stay healthy. He's fought through injuries. He's a tough guy. We all know that. B was, he's only good running when the quarterback's under center and there's two back. Well, he didn't have that here. They're running a lot of shotgun, a lot of pistol. They don't have two backs. So he's adjusted and kind of formulated his game, and I think he's been most successful with a lot of those RPO gives, those cross face where he crosses from right to left in front of Alex Smith or left to right, and he kind of runs almost wide to the perimeter on almost a sweep type look, and then he can kind of find and pick his hole. Now, Adrian Peterson's going to have 4 or 5 negative yardage carries per game. Guess what? Ezekiel Elliott had 4 on Sunday, and Ezekiel Elliott is one of the best running backs in the game. It happens. Nothing's going to be clean. The point is you get 13, 12, 11, 10 here and there on some of these first down carries and some of these even second down carries, and all of a sudden it doesn't matter if you take a -1 or a -2 on a couple of carries because you can equal out your performance and be consistent, and that's exactly what Adrian Peterson has done. If we thought about it, and I know I didn't think they were going to sign him at the time, I'd been advocating for them to sign him the last year and a half, and ultimately I didn't think the right fit was when they ultimately signed him, so I was wrong on that. But if we think about where this offense would be without Adrian Peterson, of course without Darius Geis, and now with all these injuries, I mean, they'd be up a river. They wouldn't be 4-2. They'd be they might be 1-5. They might be where the Giants are, quite honestly.
Right.
But they are 4-2 with an opportunity to go to 5-2. And here's the thing: I think as long as you sort of acknowledge that this team is deeply flawed, but maybe led by the defense, and going back as well, I talked about a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Just going back to like winning ugly, like the way the Redskins did in the '80s. Maybe that's the formula for this team. It's just not going to be a prolific offense. It's just not going to be.
And sometimes that's okay. I mean, do we wish they would be like Sean McVay and the Rams? Sure. Do we wish they would be like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? Absolutely. Not many teams are like that, right? We're talking about those two teams, and we're talking about Tom Brady and the Patriots. Basically, those three teams, even the Green Bay Packers kind of struggle offensively for consistency, right? Even with the great Aaron Rodgers, banged up, yes, I know, but limited weapons, no running game, so on and so forth, right? So there's 3 or 4 teams out of a 32-team NFL league that are dominant offensively, that are explosive consistently. The Redskins are clearly not in that category. Maybe one day they'll get there. I don't know. The point that I kept trying to make last night was, look, I've been critical of Alex Smith. I've been critical of Alex Smith on your show, and his accuracy short and intermediate is driving me crazy. Early in the season, it was long. Okay, I can live with that. But he's going to get better in this system. It took him until his 5th year with Andy Reid and Matt Nagy, now the Bears head coach, 5th year to have a breakout of all breakout seasons. I hope it doesn't take 5 years to get to that point here with Alex Smith, but Alex Smith is a good enough worker, he's smart enough, and he's consistent enough, and he doesn't turn the ball over. I think where he's just going to get better and better. It might be slower than we all want, but he's going to get better as talent around him gets better and as he gets more comfortable.
Yeah, I don't believe for a second he's hit the wall, he's too old physically, anything like that. It's just, I think it's a comfort level. I think there are some issues probably there, with the offensive line. But you got to give him credit. And he was brought here basically to manage the offense and not turn the ball over. And that's basically what he's done. Yeah, I think are they +6 in a turnover ratio?
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it is. I mean,
that's huge.
Yeah, he doesn't. And look, it's not pretty. The passing yards are clearly not what Kirk was providing, but Kirk would constantly, right? The knock when Kirk took over as a starter was he throws too many interceptions, and Kirk really worked hard at getting that interception, and it was, he made stunning progress in that regard, right?
He did.
But what he didn't do well, because he had pretty small hands, quite honestly, is he turned, and it's been a problem in Minnesota. So Alex, while he has not been great in terms of the vertical passing game. And again, the short to intermediate accuracy right now is bugging me the most. While he has not been great in terms of the things that he needs to be better at, and Jay really kind of first admitted it, at least the first time that I remember him saying, he's missed some throws that he should have made, yesterday. While he hasn't been great in that area, like you said, Evie, he hasn't turned the ball over. He hasn't killed them necessarily.
Yep.
And he's made a couple of plays here and there. I would just go back to the Carolina game. That's a good defense. Not as good as it used to be. We talk about the red zone struggles. You know what? They scored a couple of red zone touchdowns in that first half, and he did a really, really good job holding guys on the right side of the defense or on the left side of the defense with the right side of the offense with his eyes, and then going back to his progressions over the middle of the field or to the opposite side. That's what a veteran quarterback, that's what a smart quarterback provides, and that's what he's done. Is it enough? No, they need more, but that's what he's done.